On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing on first down. Jones. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Ready.
Throwing, Jones. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of weeks.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, exit.
Now Jones. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And it's third down.
Ready. Hey, hold on. Check. What? Go. Check, Mike 57. Mike 54.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. That will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, it's Mack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready. Good track. 2 times. Hit it.
Now Jones on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag back pocket.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. We're scoreless after one.
8-3.
Jones throwing on 1st down, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I'll kill my third.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action, they'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore.
Get ready. Get ready.
Second and long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
57. Mike, 57.
He'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Bryce Love, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, this is blocked, and the Rams have got it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
We're going to shut you down.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking to throw. Jones. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within strike? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. A gain there of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Delta. Topper.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Yo, go.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Samson Abukum in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Or has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 7.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On the carry, it's Love. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Love. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. A first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Johnson, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Back now in Los Angeles. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Ready, ready. Hey, wahoo.
Strong right. 3 down, 3 down. 31's the mic. Double dog. That's the way. 31.
Get it.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire it. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
90, go. Go.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion. What's that? It wasn't an interception. Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through. Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that. Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it? And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one. And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires. We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back. Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock. Back to throw. Going to look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. On first down, it's Love. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Going to give it to Love. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Here's Love again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Bryce Love with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way to put it.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves,
and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Pittsburgh, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for LA, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.